Joining us now on the phone is Nadia Tolich, a host for a national radio network based in the New Zealand city of Auckland. She has been covering the shooting since the beginning. Nadia, good morning. I know you've spoken with witnesses. What are they telling you?
Well, I must admit today has been truly harrowing, one of the worst of my 20-year journalism career. It is really unfathomable what has unravelled here today in New Zealand. We were sent indications early on today at around 2 p.m. New Zealand time that there were shots fired in inner city Christchurch, which is our second largest city in New Zealand, population of around 370,000 people. Gunshots in and around a mosque. We weren't sure what was going on, but eyewitness accounts coming into our radio station indicated that it was rapid fire. People were screaming, people were yelling. What we now know is the gunman went in there and streamed this terrible attack. There were up to 300 people inside that mosque worshipping, and he unloaded his weapon, his automatic weapon. It fired upon all the people there, including men, women, and very young children. Some of those eyewitnesses recounted how they ran into the mosque after he left. He found a father cradling his daughter who'd been shot. He was screaming for assistance, screaming for an ambulance, anything. Another gentleman called us and told us that he'd gone into a bathroom to wash his hands, and in fact he heard this shooting unravel outside the door. He was calling 111, which is our emergency line. He had to wait 20 minutes until the police arrived. But what he could hear, he said, was worse than a terrorist. They were cold-blooded killers, and he was absolutely petrified. So as you can imagine, the entire chaotic event has been truly harrowing for all of New Zealand, let alone the city of Christchurch.
Nadia, are you suggesting there was more than one gunman, more than one assailant?
Yes, there have actually been 4 arrests. One person, one individual, has in fact been charged with murder and will appear in Christchurch District Court tomorrow morning. The other 3, it's still unclear as to what their involvement was, if anything. There were rumours or reports that in fact one of the people involved just came out with a weapon. But in fact, New Zealand is a country which does not have weapons. I've travelled to the United States, Europe, Asia. You often see authorities or police authorities with weapons. You just don't see that here in New Zealand. Very rarely are police armed. So it is quite an unusual sight. But certainly we don't know the status of those other 3. What we do know is one man has been charged with murder and will appear tomorrow in court. As we know, he live streamed this event, and as you've just outlined in your reports, he had a manifesto which he uploaded online. Now this indicates his motives clearly, but as he pointed out, he is an Australian. What was truly traumatising for my co-workers here was we were being sent that live stream video into our Facebook and social media channels. Some of the staffers here were opening up this live feed and witnessing firsthand this horrendous account, and I can tell you that people were in tears at their desks. It was truly horrible.
All right, Nadia Tolich, thank you for joining us this morning.